It's been a crazy week in America, crazier than most. Let's find out what happened. A New Mexico man last week allegedly pulled a gun on a McDonald's employee following a mistake in his order. Officials are calling it not even close to the craziest thing that happened last week. Following last week's Capitol riot, the acting U.S. attorney for Washington, D.C. said he's never seen a crime scene with such a diversity of charges. Though I have to say, I've seen the photos, and diversity was not the first word that came to mind. In a statement about last week's U.S. Capitol riot, First Lady Melania Trump said there has been salacious gossip about her, though it's hard to imagine gossip about her life that could be worse than the truth. Take it down. You guys, you shouldn't have to look at that. And I'm sorry that I made you. Jeez Louise. Woo!
Ugh.
Well, I mean, what is worse than that?
Ugh.
I'm aware it's not nice, but isn't it true? Singer Mary J. Blige turned 50 this week, and so did a white woman. It's not nice. It's not nice.
She's giving the look, though. She's like,
I'm going to call the cops. I didn't choose this picture, and I do not endorse this joke. But my laughter stands. According to a new study, children that are well-behaved are more likely to live happier and healthier adult lives. This threat was first issued by Grandma Mercy. Do you want to live? Sit down. Buckingham Palace announced that Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip received the coronavirus vaccine. So now all they have to worry about is a stiff breeze. Look at them.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear. The wind.
My love, I will try to rescue you.
Philip, save me.
Tea.
President Trump, there are no adults here.
No.
How is this camera being operated? By who? President Trump told reporters on Tuesday that efforts to impeach him for a second time were, quote, a continuation of the greatest witch hunt in the history of politics. And then he boarded Air Force One and flew away. And finally.
His feet are up. His feet are like big.
He's spry.
He is spry.
You would not think that his knees would get that bend, but they do.
Yeah, because he's a witch.
Because he's a witch. And finally, rapper Nicki Minaj recently agreed to pay $450,000 to singer Tracy Chapman to settle a copyright lawsuit. So now Tracy can finally afford a ticket to anywhere. There you go.
Nice.
That was the monologue.
Good time.
That was a choice I made.
Yeah.
Those other jokes, I don't stand by that. That Tracy Chapman joke, it's from my heart. And that was the monologue. Tarek, while I was doing that monologue, did you try to overthrow any governments?
I did not.
Crazy how easy it is not to do that.
Yeah. Now, Amber, we covered a lot of news in that monologue, but I feel like there's one little bit of news we missed. Do you have some personal news?
I do! You guys, I wrote a book with my sister, and it's out this week. It's called You'll Never Believe What Happened to Lacey. Crazy Stories About Racism. My sister Lacey lives in Omaha, Nebraska, and this book is about all the crazy racist things that people say to her in her daily life while she's minding her own business. You're not gonna believe it. It's funny and it's infuriating, and it comes with a very cute picture of my sister on it. Look! But then look over here. Ooh, I'm cuter. And that's how we sound. I'm cute. You can get it wherever you get books. And we read the audio version. It's me and Lacey yapping back and forth. So if this sound hasn't made you start to cry, you gotta go ahead and get the audio version. You can get it wherever books are sold. And that was some personal news. Now, let's get back to the news. Hey, Tarek, focus up.
Oh, sorry.
Now, the last 10 months have been a truly dark time for America, but one bright little ray of hope is peeking through. Starting on January 20th, Democrats will have control of the House, the Senate, and the White House for the first time in over a decade. And It's so exciting and crazy and unexpected. I haven't even had a chance to process what all the implications are for the country going forward. It's just like, Tarek, do you know what this means?
What?
Americans might get stimulus checks that actually provide them with some stimulus.
Oh, do you know what this means? People under 50 might actually get the COVID vaccine before 2030.
Whoa! Hey, do you know what this means? Nazis will still be in Congress, but now they're in the minority.
Do you know what this means? Red MAGA hats will still be scary, but now we can say it's because of racism and not economic anxiety.
Do you know what this means? I can take down that cardboard cutout of a white guy I put in my window, Home Alone style, to make sure nobody busts my door down.
Do you know what this means? We might actually get a healthcare system, a real healthcare system, and I might be able to get this mole looked at.
Do you know what this means? Do you know what this means? We can finally do something about climate change.
Like what?
Like this.
Oh, is this helping?
I don't know, but we can finally do this.
Yeah, come on.
No, but seriously, you should get that mole looked at.
Yeah, it talks to me.
Now, Democrats taking control of the Senate isn't the only recent news that shocked America. There's another piece of news I heard this week that I want to tell you about, but I want to be very careful delivering it because I think it may be shocking for some of you watching at home. In fact, it may be shocking for some of us here in the studio, too. Tarek?
What's up, Amber?
Tarek, apparently some of the rioters who stormed the Capitol on Wednesday, some of them were off-duty police officers.
What? No!
Ooh, that's really good. Okay, now my turn. You told me the news.
Okay, all right. Amber, I don't know if you know this, or if you've heard about this, but some of the people who stormed the Capitol building were off-duty cops.
What? No. The cops?
That was good. That was good. All right, let me try again. How? How could this happen? I feel betrayed!
Good. Now me. They're supposed to protect us.
My whole world is upside down!
Nothing makes sense anymore.
Not the cops!
The cops? The cops.
And
scene.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, the news is a never-ending shitstorm of poop, dookie, and doo-doo. So I wanted to take a second and shine a light on something positive that happened recently in a segment called Hero of the Week. Last week, a video went viral of Capitol Police Officer Eugene Goodman being chased up the stairs by a crowd of pro-Trump rioters during the attack on the U.S. Capitol. Goodman knew that the floor of the Senate chamber had not been secured yet, so he intentionally provoked the rioters into chasing him and then led them away from the chamber, giving senators time to evacuate safely. Let's give a round of applause to this hero. Oh.
What's that sound, Amber?
That sound means America was saved by a black person again. Which brings us to a new segment within a segment called, Why Do Black People Always Have to Save America? America's history with African Americans is violent and oppressive, and yet time and time again, America's savior seems to be the exact people who should want to burn it down most. From the black men and women who were enslaved and forced to build a country in which they weren't seen as full people, to the men who were pushed to the front lines of wars and then came back home and couldn't even get a burger at a diner that you know was under seasoned because it was whites only, to Stacey Abrams and the other organizers who turned Georgia blue this month, which without hyperbole may have literally saved our democracy. To make it frank, America doesn't deserve the grace we continuously give it, which brings me to a new segment within a segment within a segment called, Should Black People Stop Saving America? Yes! the crazy thing is that even though we know black people would be 100% satisfied in not saving America, you know we'll never stop. Because, like I said, this country was built on the backs of our ancestors. No matter how bad white supremacists fight to oppress and suppress us, it won't work. And Officer Goodman is proof, because even when we're outnumbered 1 to 1,000, we still somehow will manage to end up hero of the week.